UNA head football coach Brent Dearmon. Coach, the big 20-7 win over Tennessee Tech. How good was it to get on the road and get a taste of victory?
You know, our only victory up to that point was a home win, so it was good to put on those white jerseys, go on a bus trip, be able to get a win on the road. You get the monkey off your back a little bit with that. I thought we've played hard in the previous road matchups with Mercer and Tarleton State, but wasn't able to pull one out. And to see our guys continue to fight, battle the adversity they did, and pull out the win on the road was a really nice day for sure.
Defensively, 5 turnovers forced, blocked a field goal as well. A couple turnover on downs, I think. How dominant was that defense on Saturday?
Oh, it was a huge performance out of those guys. I mean, you said the 5 turnovers, but really I think it was 8. When you block a field goal, had 2 fourth-down stops. And so when 8 times in a ball game, the opposing offense doesn't punt or get any points out of drives, that's a huge win for us. Huge win for momentum. And then offensively, we got to do a better job of capitalizing when the defense does play like that and gets momentum for us in that football game. But we've echoed that purple swarm in the locker room a little bit this week of that's the way we got to continue playing to be known as that kind of defense.
Phil J. Bieniemy, a first-year defensive back named UAC Defensive Player of the Week. He had 2 interceptions. AJC had a pick 6 as well. Philip Osai recovered 2 fumbles. How big was it just seeing so many guys wreak havoc?
You know, all those guys that you mentioned were guys that we knew were going to have to step up this year and play big for us to be good. You know, you're talking Edwin and Greg probably since game 1. Amari Floyd's been mentioned since game 1, and we really challenged some of those other guys that they've got to step up, and all those guys you just said did a great job this week. Phil J, you know, he was hurt the week before, didn't get to play that much against Tarleton State. For him to be able to come back healthy and put a game like that together is amazing. You know, Philip Osai means a little bit more wearing that 44, to see him making plays wearing that jersey. And AJ, I thought AJ had a great bounce back week. AJ had a rough week the previous week against Tarleton State. And for him to come back the next week and get a pick 6 and make a couple plays in that game was big for confidence.
After back-to-back weeks of the offense putting up over 500 yards of total offense, it was a little slow go in the rain. How can the offense improve? What can they take away? You
know, still trying to recover from an injury that happened 2 weeks ago, trying to find the big playability that JD brought us. We're searching for that probably still. You know, our offense is so much based off of explosive plays, and when the rain game hits, we didn't have the sync offensively because of the passing game. Never felt comfortable in the passing game to be able to drive the ball down the field. So that allowed them to stack the box, and we didn't run it well enough. We didn't finish blocks. We didn't get on the guy we were supposed to block. And credit to DeMarcus Lacey having over 100 yards rushing when you know, you're a 180-pound running back and you're pounding out some downhill powers and inside zones. I thought he played really well, was our offensive player of the week. So we just got to continue to improve.
Come home this weekend, UT Martin the opponent, but also going on with the game, the 1993 National Championship reunion. UNA won the first of 3 in 1993. A lot of players will be back. Bobby Wallace will be back this Saturday at the game, Coach. How big is it having that support from the alumni as they come back for this ball game?
Oh, it's huge for us. I mean, just going back to this morning and getting text from Tyrone Rush wishing us luck for the week, and to be able to see those guys on the sideline, I think they're going to walk with us down Lion Walk. To have those guys tell their stories to our players a little bit as well. All those things mean so much to us because they built this place. They're the reasons why the trophies are all around the building. And it's our job to continue that legacy and to rebuild it back to what those guys built it as. So it's a big week for us.
UT Martin's the opponent, 2-time defending Ohio Valley Conference champions. Coach, how good are they?
UT Martin's probably the best team we've played up to this point on our schedule. Tons of respect for the other 4 teams we've played, but I think Martin has a lot of team speed. They can give you some issues with the different schemes they run on offense and defense. I think they're pretty solid up front on both sides of the ball, so we've got to bring our A game and understand that you got a really good opponent coming into Brawley, but we got to defend our home turf.